Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to show you a few ways to improve your searching skills in Vim. I'll show you how to make Vim tell you the total number of searches up front, how to highlight all matches as you type, how to clear the highlights when you're done searching, and how to quickly toggle case sensitivity on a search-by-search basis. There will also be a link in the description to a summary of all the commands that we cover here. Let's jump right in. When you first open Vim and search forward, Vim will start highlighting the first match for you as you type. But it will not actually move the cursor until you hit enter. Now, one thing Vim didn't do was highlight all matches as you typed. To see those, you have to set the option HL search. And now we have all matches in our current window highlighted. And to move forward to the next match, you hit lowercase n. And to move to the previous match, you hit uppercase N. Another thing to keep in mind is when you've reached the last match, then hit N again, Vim will actually wrap the cursor back to the first match and gives you this message at the bottom. Now, the good thing is we don't have to guess the total number of matches. We can actually have Vim display this for us up front. This is done with the option shortmess. Now, if you want to see the current value of any option, you just add the question mark. We won't go too deep into what all these letters mean. I'll put a link in the description if you want more information. But all we need to do is remove the uppercase S from the value, which is done like so. Set shortmess minus equals and the value you want to take away. The uppercase S is now gone. So let's search for a new word. Now Vim highlighted all of our matches once again, but it still didn't tell us the total number of matches. This is done after you hit the enter key. So now Vim tells us which match we are currently on out of the total number of matches. And removing the uppercase S doesn't just give us that, it also changes the message we get when we wrap back to the first match. Now we just get uppercase W, whereas before we got this. Now once you've reached the match that you're looking for and you don't want to see all these highlights, you can clear the screen with the command no HLS. Now, one thing that can cause a lot of confusion, at least for me, is that the command no HLS is very different than the option no HLS. The command no HLS temporarily clears the screen of all highlighted matches, but the option set HLS determines if all matches are highlighted when you type. This section is going to be very simple because going any fancier would require its own video. By default, Vim searching is case sensitive. This is controlled by the option ignore case. Now this is a double negative. Ignore case is not set. So it's case sensitive. So notice we have a total of 4 matches. Pretty straightforward. Now, if you want to override the case sensitivity on a search-by-search basis, you add a backslash lowercase c. And now we have 8 matches. Now, on the flip side of this, if you want to ignore case by default and make it case sensitive by exception, first we need to make sure the ignore case option is set. So now the option ignore case is set, which means it's case insensitive. And because we are ignoring case, we should now have 8 matches. And if you want to override the pattern and make it case sensitive, you add a / uppercase C. And now we should have our 4 matches. So as far as case sensitivity, you have 2 main workflows. Make searching case sensitive by default, ignore by exception, or make searching case insensitive by default, and don't ignore by exception. I personally use the first one, but to each his own. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and have a great day.